At this time, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce this year's valedictorian, Quinn Legg. Quinn was nominated as one of our two 2023 Akerley Campus valedictorian and chosen to represent his class. Quinn is graduating today from our Automotive Service and Repair program. Growing up, Quinn was always interested in cars and worked on them with his dad. While he struggled at the beginning, Quinn overcame his challenges and along the way formed strong bonds with his classmates. In fact, he credits his classmates with driving him to excel. After graduation, Quinn is excited to be working with Audi while pursuing his Red Seal. Please welcome Quinn Legg.
I'm coming for 4 times.
Okay.
I know you're up here.
I'm trying to help you.
Good afternoon, Mr. President, Executive, NSCC staff, graduates, and guests. It is my honor and privilege to be standing here as a valedictorian for the graduating class of 2023.
What? They gave you
I
the
just
I'd like
hit
to start
start.
with a bit of personal
I didn't
history.
click either.
You see, going through the public school system was not an easy journey for me. I'm
I'm
sure there
gonna
are many
let
of
it
us in the
go,
room who can
let
say
it
the same.
play. If I didn't do it right, then I'll.
From a very
Fix it.
young age, I knew I was very different. The body I was born in does not match who I identify as. My peers, from primary right through high school, had no hesitation in reminding me that I do not fit in. I will tell you that the verbal and physical abuse that I endured for those 13 years caused me to be shy and introverted, and very fearful of new situations, especially in the educational environment. I knew I was an outgoing, optimistic, and capable person, and I knew I had a lot to offer in the trade that I chose, but I was still very afraid. I'm sure that there are fellow graduates here who may not have had the same journey, but who relate to having negative school experiences and who, like me, started the school year with a good amount of fear and trepidation. If I could go back to give myself advice, or if I were speaking to incoming students this year, I would say, the fear is unfounded. This place is different, and you will be safe here. I'm graduating from the Automotive Service and Repair program. This course, like all trades at NSCC, is exceptionally fast-paced. There's so much to learn in a very short period of time. It was overwhelming, but once I started to keep up with the pace, it was so rewarding. Being a student is hard. Learning new material, working a part or full-time job, keeping up with the social life, and learning to navigate an adult world is not an easy task. Now, if I think being a student is hard, I cannot imagine how challenging it is to be an instructor here. You have a group of students who know very little about what they're getting into. Many are dealing with negative past experiences or difficult current life situations. In a year or two, you need to teach them the basics of a trade to help them be employable. You need to make sure they're safe. You need to teach to different ways of learning, and you need to be present and available for individuals who need you. I have found that all of my instructors were there to give me exactly what I needed. Adam, you were always there to patiently explain how a component worked or why tasks needed to be done a certain way. Jordan and Melissa, you were both there when I was struggling to do a piece of writing, or build a resume, or put together a portfolio. And Rick, there you are. Let me tell you a story about Rick. Around early October, our first course was coming to an end, and I was stressed. The first course was a prerequisite for all of the following courses, so I needed to pass. I was struggling and ready to give up. I went to Rick, and I let him know how worried I was. He looked at me and said, "You should be worried." Needless to say, I was very taken aback. However, he went on to encourage me and tell me I could be doing better. It was exactly the proverbial kick in the butt that I needed. I reevaluated and I stepped up my game. My grades improved, but more importantly, I became more engaged in what I was learning and I started to love every second of what I was doing. I've given you a few examples of the people here who helped me, but I'm sure there are many people in this room that can also think of individuals at NSCC who have helped them along the way. This is what I loved about coming to NSCC. Our instructors know our names, they notice when we're missing time or when we seem not quite ourselves, and they celebrate with us when we conquer a difficult concept or when we have exciting news to share. I also want to take a moment to thank my fellow classmates. At any time throughout the year, we could look to each other as peers and ask for help, and we got no judgments, just camaraderie. That is something that I had never experienced before, and I will forever be grateful. I've made friendships at NSCC that I know will last a lifetime. Working and learning with this group of people has made me hopeful that stereotypes and prejudice are dying, being replaced by a new generation of people who are diverse, open-minded, accepting of others, and non-judgmental. It's a new era. Time to strip away labels and stigmatism. Time for voices to rise and be heard. A change has to be made, and I'm confident that it will happen. I know that my fellow graduates and I are ready to and able to take up this task. I'm so proud to be graduating alongside some of the brightest people that I have ever met. I'm sorry. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2023. I wish each of you the best of luck. I'm eager to see you all again along the apprenticeship journey, and I look forward to seeing the amazing things that you guys will do. Thank you.
Way to go. Good. You should have put Kleenex here today. Okay, don't run away.